1 year ago, on one of my Tuesday tips on my Facebook page, I created this page right out of the Creative Memories catalog. I loved how this looks with the Welcome Home collection and laser borders, so much so that I wanted to see if I could adapt it to other laser border packs. Hi, Donna Guest here, the Lazy Scrapbooker and Creative Memories Advisor. This is a fast and fun page, and since I'm working on my Christmas album, I'm going to try using the Seasonal Sightings collection and its laser borders. Let's get started. From the Seasonal Sightings collection, we'll need some paper scraps, the laser cut borders, and the sticker pack. We'll also need 2 sheets that are pretty neutral for our background pages. I'm going to start with a page on the left-hand side, and for this collection, I'm going to put the borders on the edges instead of at the bottom like my last pages. I'm going to start with 1-inch borders to go at the top of both pages. I'll go ahead and cut them now. And we'll attach that. Wow, it's a shame not to use that side. It's so pretty. We'll use it elsewhere. Okay, now, instead of building the border here, as I did with the first pages, I'm going to build it down the side here, just for a different look. So first, using some scraps of the same collection, I'm going to cut 4 2.5-inch squares. And I'll go ahead and cut 8 since I'm doing a 2-page spread. I know most of my customers enjoy 2-page spreads. Now, the star of this page is going to be these amazing border strips that we're going to cut into 2.5-inch pieces. This one's a little bit more challenging than the one I did with Welcome Home because the patterns are, pretty big. There's some big patterns here, like you have these birds, so I may not use that one there. But we've got plenty to work with here. I'll also throw in a border punch. Now it makes sense, since this is a Christmas page, to use the Nativity border punch, which I can do that. Also, you could use something like the Infinity Hearts. Is just a basic pattern that looks great with everything. After a lot of decision making, I've decided what order to put my squares in, and I'm going to put them adjacent to the border up at the top. Now I have 1 inch left down here at the bottom. So I'm going to use a 1-inch pattern, and these poinsettias seem to work really well. So I'm going to trim these at 2.5 inches. There we go. I'll put the trimmed side over here so it lays flat against the edge. Ooh, this side looks even better. Forgot these are double-sided, so let's use that side. It's got a little more color on it. And now we're just going to trim various borders at 2.5 inches and fill up the space on top of these squares. And whatever I do for this side, I'm doing duplicates for the other side, and I'm putting those off to the side for when I make my second page. Now I've got plenty of room here where I can use a border punch in there. So I was thinking about the nativity punch because it's so appropriate here with these Christmas photos, but it's not a chain, and so it will look a little bit different. So I'm going to choose a chain punch, and I've got several, but I really just like the look of this Infinity Hearts punch. It's not specific to Christmas, but it really works with a lot of things. I think it's just a beautiful pattern, and so this will help me use these punches a little bit more. And I'm going to use this sheet of paper from the Seasonal Sightings. And so when you're punching, you always want to start your paper at the black line right there. And if you're not familiar with these border punches, then check out my video at the top right corner and also at the end on how to use the Creative Memories border punches. This one is cool because the pattern is so repetitive. You have what I call a little vampire tooth right here that sticks up, and you see it matching right there. That helps you know where to line the punch up so that you don't punch over your pattern twice, or that you don't skip some of the pattern and have to go back. This is a very intricate pattern, so I suggest pulling it out and then moving it over. If you slide it over, sometimes they can get hung because it is so intricate. Okay, there. And the great thing about this one is it's pretty much 2.5 inches wide there. So I'm just going to use my scissors to trim that. Perfect at 2.5 inches. Wonderful. And I'm going to cut 4 of these, 2 for this page and 2 for the facing page. And 1 extra. All right, now I can place these really close together and attach them. If you're enjoying this video, hit like so that it gets to more people. And if you definitely want to see more, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. Thanks. If I have a little bit showing right here, I'm just going to leave the space over here because we're going to finish it off with a border sticker. I like to use repositionable tape runner when I'm doing things like this because you never know when I'm going to want to change the placement of one of these strips, and repositionable makes that so easy to do. Okay, now we have a fun pattern there using up some of these border punches that we may have had left over, and I'm going to finish it off with a border sticker. Hi, Nicholas. Okay, I need to cut 1 inch off of this, but we'll go ahead and attach it here. Now let me move him. Come here. Now we can use this simple border right here, or I could use the lights. I'm going to use this simple border because it goes really well with this paper, and the lights might be too much for all these other patterns I have going on here. So I think simple is best when we've got so much going on here over at the left. Okay, now let me do the second page super quick. While I'm scrapbooking super fast here, I'll take this time to let you know about the Creative Memories Advisor opportunity. If you'd like to share creative memories with your friends and family, or even just make commission on your own purchases, we should chat. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions, and you can see if it's a good fit for you. Out of my team of advisors, known as the Stretchy Pants Squad, about 80% do it mostly to pay for their own hobby, while others are building a small business. I'd love for you to join us. Okay, here are just a few pictures that I'm thinking about putting here. I'll probably put a couple more because I like to have at least 3 pictures on my page. But if you're wondering what to do with all these leftover pieces that I cut off, this is what I've got left over out of the pack. I've still got 3 full borders, and I've got 3 good sized borders, and then 3 pieces that, honestly, these are probably trash right here. They're only 2 inches long. So these may not do it here, but you can do it on another page where you just have maybe a divider between a journaling box up here and some pictures down here just to add a little bit more to the page. I could do something like that or like this. So these do not have to be wasted. It's totally up to you how many you want to use and where you want to use them, but they're not garbage at this point. You can still use them to tuck them behind a photo and have that pretty border and have maybe another photo here or maybe my journaling box here, whatever you want to do. All done, and I got 6 photos on these 2 pages. There's so much going on with these borders on the sides. I didn't feel the need to put much else, but I did put a couple of the leftover pieces of the laser borders on the page. This one's very appropriate because it's a red cardinal and he is opening an Albert Pujols t-shirt from the St. Louis Cardinals, which he was very excited about, so I had to put that one there. But I like to put tags from our gifts on these. Check out my video in the top right corner, which is some ideas to put in your Christmas album if you haven't seen that. But super easy. I don't think I'm going to even matte any of these photos. I like it simple. It's got lots of color already. I've got my journaling done, and I think these are finished. I really want to try this with the On the Farm laser borders, but I sold out at my last crop and now I'm waiting for more. I can't wait to hear from you on what laser border packs you try with this technique. Thanks for watching.